Now, on 2021 budget, let's have a look first at what happened during the 2020 budget implementation. As an economist, I look at impact of budget, not only the sum, not only the money we spend, where the money is actually being spent. What effect is the money actually creating? Are we just talking about economic growth or economic development? These are areas that I want to look at in the 2021 budget. So during the 2020 budget, for the first time in a very long time, Nigeria is actually able to implement 50% of its capital budget within the third quarter of the year, despite the pandemic. And these are capital projects that we could see visibly. The rail works going on, the various road construction going on, interstate constructions going on, the second Niger bridge, and all the rest going on. So these are areas people could feel. And we still have 2.5 months to go. And I believe additional 20 to 40% could still be achieved. So that's a plus for us. But notwithstanding, in the 2021 budget, the capital aspect of it reduced to some extent. It's a bit less than 30%. And that will be contrary to what is the bill being sponsored by the Speaker of the House, which states that minimum of 40% of our budget for now should go for capital components, with further increases over the time. Because if we don't grow the capital aspect of our budget, that means we are not creating wealth. Even if we are generating more money, that is just economic growth. We can only get economic development when we invest in the real sector, in the capital sector. If we invest in things that will sustain the economy, that is what will affect the per capita income of the people. So it is very important that by the time we go through our process of evaluating the budget, the members will come together to ensure that we enforce the 40% limits that we are projecting for capital input. So that will be very important to help us in this trying period. Because if you look at what we have for now, increasing debt profile, these monies will be paid back. They are not charity. Wherever it comes from, they must be paid back. So we must ensure that we put those money into areas that will generate revenue, and that is very important. Over the years, even during the colonial period, major roads were connecting all the economic points together, from the farm to the rail to the highway, interstates. These are roads that were connecting all the productive sectors. So during our budgetary process, we are going to look at all these projects one by one and look at their economic returns. Because if you don't look at the economic returns, you will not be able to serve the social aspect. When all these communication industry came on board, Econet then and MTN and all this stuff, they started with the areas with economic potentials. It was when they started making a lot of money, they now started expanding to the rural areas. We should not make our budgeting system a situation where we first of all want to service the less economic areas, leaving the economic ones, then at the end of the day, we have no money to continue. For continuity, we must ensure that we put our priorities right. There must be value for money, and I believe that's what we are going to do this time around. The legislature will ensure that will scrutinize every project, so that any loan we take will be able to pay itself back. And that is one of the major areas we want to address in this budget system that we are going to, 2021 budgeting system.